What is going on, guys? DBG here. In this video we are going to be doing another tier list in NBA 2K20 MyTEAM. So this is going to be the tier list of the power forwards. So if you guys are, well, you guys probably do already know, but the power forward position is by far the worst position in NBA 2K20 MyTEAM. This honestly is like, at one stage the 2-guard was a bit weak. We've gotten so many good 2-guards in the last couple of weeks, like Kobe Bryant, Zach LaVine, Eddie Johnson. But yeah, there is no absolute elite power forward. So you're seeing, like, basically everyone is one of two tactics. Either running with two bigs, running with like a center, a power forward, or they are running with a small forward, power forward. There are very, very few usable power forwards in this game. But I gotta do the tier list anyway, but this is definitely a weak position. So if you guys like this content, subscribe. We're trying to upload 100 videos in the month of December. We're also trying to hit 135,000 subscribers this month. But anyway, now let's get on to it. So, first of all, first player here, Opal Ibaka, is definitely, you can definitely make an argument, and a strong argument, he's the best power forward in this game. Used him a few times. Not the biggest fan of him, but there is no question about it. It's a good card. Quite difficult to evo up, but he's good at pink diamond, shoots the ball well, plays defense, and that's all you kind of need. Especially, a lot of people do use him as a kind of small ball stretch 5 as well. Then we've got Bobby Jones, who, if this guy was any other position, he'd be D tier. He literally cannot play offense. Like, he genuinely can't. But you know what? He's 6'9", he's moderately athletic, and he plays defense. So I'm going to put him slightly above C tier, or slightly above D tier and C tier. Jerry Lucas, I had him in A tier the last time, but to be honest, with his release with quick draw, he may have one of the best wide open releases in the game. So Jerry Lucas, I'm going to put him up into S tier. Again, this was another position, he wouldn't be anywhere near this, but for the power forwards, I'm going to put Jerry Lucas up there in S tier. Another S tier player now is Pascal Siakam. So we are getting very, very top heavy right now with Pascal Siakam going up into S tier. So Siakam shoots the ball really well, a really, really good and versatile defender. He's got not great handles, but he can blow by people, dunks really well, and has got a little bit of length. So without question, I'm going to put Siakam in S tier. And surprisingly enough, we have got number 4 in S tier. We've got almost the entirety of S tier covered with these players. And I'm just looking at who the next card is as well. Rashard Lewis. Rashard Lewis is definitely one of, if not the best players to run a power forward in the game this year. His release is fantastic. He's got handles. He can play inside. He can play outside. He's decent on defense. I'm going to argue that from my playstyle, Rashard Lewis is without question the best player to run a power forward. Again, he is money. He is absolutely money. He can go to the basket, dunk. There is nothing this card can't do. Anyway, you've got Blake Griffin, and surprise, surprise, he's up there in S tier as well. So of our first 6, realistically, these are probably the 5 best power forwards in this game. We've got 5 of our first 6 up in S tier. We all know about Blake Griffin. You put a gold shoe on him, he can speed boost. He's a complete mismatch at the center position. Rebounding is horrendous. I'm just saying that right now. He cannot rebound to save his life, regardless of what his stats say. He shoots the lights out, really good release. Dribble moves are good. Behind the back move is decent. He's got a really good hop step dunk. Got good height. Again, can be used in the pick and pop. Can be used as a primary ball handler. Can be used as like a player in the low post. Can be used in every way offensively. Defensively, he's actually not too bad at keeping up with faster players. Blocks a ton of shots. However, rebounding leaves a bit to be desired. But again, he is a power forward. It's not like small forward position where you can put people down to A tier for having one slight weakness. It is a power forward position. We can't really do that. Then we got Larry Nance. He's basically Bobby Jones with a bit more offense. Fantastic defensive player. But again, does leave a little bit, well, does leave a fair bit to be desired on offense, to be honest. Shoots the ball okay when he's wide open. Like, his release isn't bad. So if you stand 10 feet off him, you can hit a shot. Otherwise, he's going to be doing great. He's okay speed-wise, okay going to the basket. Really good defender. I've used him in my pack and play series. He's actually killed me 1 or 2 times playing against him. But yeah, it's just an overall just average card. So I'm going to put him right in the middle. Also going right in the middle is Maurice Lucas. So Maurice Lucas, he's got decent speed. He's got a decent 3-ball. He's okay on defense, I guess. He's a little bit undersized for a power forward. I'm pretty sure he's only like 6'8". I think I used him as center when I played with him, or maybe 6'9", but he's kind of got the stats of a center. If he was, like, obviously you can't change players' height, but if he was a couple of inches taller, he'd be a lot better to use the 5. He could be a bit of a mismatch problem there. But overall, he's good, but again, nothing spectacular. I know it's the exact same thing with Bob Love. Bob Love, stats-wise, he should be really good. He's got overall defensively, he's a beast, especially when he goes to Pink Diamond. Badges are great. His shooting should be good, but the release is really bad. And again, doesn't bring much in offense. A good enough defender and is a very similar level player to Larry Nance, in my opinion. Next, we have got Kevin Love. Kevin Love is going directly across here into A tier. Kevin Love shoots the ball really, really well. Like, he's got range extender. He's got quick draw. And while I don't have his release down, a lot of people do, and he's absolutely, like, if you have his release down, he could be up there in S tier. I used him for the longest time in my main squad as like a power forward / center as a zone killer. So if teams were running zone back when the offensive spacing was players stepping 5 feet outside the 3-point line in every like space in offense, he was perfect for that. But now all those 4-out offenses, they don't really work against the zone. You need one more player spotted from deep, so range extend is not the most important thing anymore, and that puts him down a tier. But Kevin Love's still really good. So Chris Webber, again, if this was any other position, he'd be down in B tier, maybe lower. But Chris Webber is going up into A tier. Shoots the ball moderately well, goes to the basket moderately well, is kind of fast, rebounds okay. Post game is decent, a little bit undersized, but again, he's just kind of slightly above average and can score a little bit better than the guys in B tier. Also, quite a versatile defender. And now we are on to Amare, and I'm pretty sure it's probably going to be the end of S tier. Amare Stoudemire, he's really good shooter, really good rebounder, post game is really good and fast. Then in A tier is Antoine Jameson. So Jameson up at Pink Diamond is really good, and I've seen guys like Boo Painter use him in their actual squad, so obviously he's a lot better. He's probably a lot better than I give him credit for. I haven't gotten base 11 down this year. Like, he's still got base 11, he's got quick draw, so it is a really nice release. I'm not fully down on base 11. I don't know, it feels differently with Arenas than it does on Jameson, but I'd say later on in the year, if we do get like a range extender Jameson with a little bit better ball handling, it'll be a lot better. Doesn't get too much of an upgrade when he goes up to Pink Diamond from Diamond. He is an Evo card, and he's like, we look at Jameson from 2K19, who could speed boost, who was really fast, could dunk, and could play in the post as well as shoot the ball. This Antoine Jameson plays really well in the post. He's got a good 3-point shot when he's wide open, fast release, can't shoot from deep, can't handle the ball, and is quite slow. So for that reason, doesn't belong up there in S tier. This is a guy that I hate. I absolutely hate Sean Kemp, and you know what? He's going C tier. I love playing against Sean Kemp. Sean Kemp's release is money. I'll give it that much. If you leave him wide open in the corner, he is going to hit so many shots. His release is absolutely cash. However, he doesn't really do anything else particularly well. And I hate using Kemp. I love coming against him. So for that reason, I can't justify putting him in B tier. He's at least these 3 guys right here. I'm like, okay, they're going to at least defend my players. George McGinnis, I've used him once. He was really bad. So I don't know, C tier. I don't know if he's bad enough to put down D tier. Larry Johnson was in D tier last time, but they gave him quick draw, and now his release is cash. He's very, very undersized and slow. He's a slow 6'7" power forward. That's just not going to work. And he can't even play small forward. And it's just not going to work. So he's down there in C tier. Now we're on to the kind of budget options. Antoine Jameson should not be on this list because we have another Jameson. I made a complete mistake there, but he is going into C tier. This is just a much worse version of this Jameson who doesn't have quick draw. To be fair, if this Jameson had quick draw, it would be probably B tier, but he doesn't, so that release is quite slow. Luke Walton is going up there in A tier. He can speed boost, really good handle, really fast. he does everything well. Like, he can defend the perimeter, he can defend inside, he can shoot the ball from deep, he can go to the basket, he's fast, he can rebound quite well. Doesn't do anything exceptionally well, but does everything solid, and his release is cash. Really fast and really easy to green. Thurl Bailey, the biggest fall from grace from NBA 2K19. I don't know what they did to this card. Like, we had an 89 overall Thurl Bailey, killing it. Or was he even 80? I think he was somewhere between 87 and 89. He's a Ruby. Absolutely killing it down in 2K19. And you know what? This is one of the worst cards I've used this year. I've never been more disappointed. Actually, no, I have been more disappointed in the card, but this is right up there with the most disappointing cards. Al Harrington, I cannot hit a shot to save my life with this card. Like, he cannot green for me for some reason. His release is fast, he can get shots off, he's relatively quick, but he just can't green. Then we've got Dennis Rodman. So Dennis Rodman going right down here into D tier. He's, imagine a much worse Bobby Jones that's smaller. Like, Dennis Rodman is the biggest liability in this game. Porzingis is actually going down from S tier to, I'll keep him in A tier. He's actually got a really good release, can shoot the ball well, 7'3", block shots. Especially when his Evo card goes up to like 91, 92, which has happened a few times. It's absolutely fantastic, but Porzingis, again, brings a little bit more than these guys below him, especially in the offensive end, and he's just a giant, so that's why he's there. And the biggest fall from grace, this guy was more than Thurl Bailey. Thurl Bailey was just one Ruby card. This guy was the main man for so long in 2K19, and they ruined Tom Gugliotta. Why not just give him base 11? You gave Jameson and Gilbert base 11. Why not give Gugliotta base 11 again? But Tom Gugliotta, not a great release. Not absolutely terrible, but not great. Not great in the post, not particularly fast. And again, this is a massive fall from grace for this card. AC Green is going up there into A tier. AC Green's got a really good release. A guy that I use a ton. So I'm not going to not put him in there. I've replaced him with Siakam because I think Siakam's just a better version of him. An elite defender, can guard so many players, like can dominate the game on the defensive end as well as hit the open shot and dunk quite a bit. So for that reason, again, perfect 3-and-D guy, A tier. Joe Smith is, again, another really good 3-and-D guy. He's fast, he's quite tall. I don't understand why it says he's a power forward / small forward when he played center most of his career, but that's 2K logic. Joe Smith, again, I don't understand why he's got an Amethyst to Diamond Timberwolves card, and he was not great for Timberwolves and better for the Warriors, but again, 2K logic. But yeah, Joe Smith, fantastic release. Stats wise, not the best. Even when he goes to Diamond, ain't spectacular, but like, it is a good card, so I'm gonna put him in A tier. Dirk Nowitzki, I hate his release. I hate his release with a passion. I've used him up at Diamond. I hate this card's release. B tier. He's got range extender. Like, he's got everything you'd hope for from a card. Good stats, range extender, 7 foot tall. He should just be a taller Kevin Love, but he's not. Again, he can shoot and is always a threat on the floor, so I can't put him any lower than B tier, but he's just such a disappointing card. Christian Laettner is going up here into A tier. Really good release. He rebounds really well, blocks shots well, is quite slow, and it's very slow laterally, and that's the reason why he's not any higher. But no, Leitner's a really good card and really good power forward position. Dave the Busher, bang smack in the middle. He's 6'6", so he's very undersized. Good defender. But you know what? You give this guy a good bit of space, he's going to green every single time. His post game is elite, and while it's not the Dave the Busher of 2K17, it's not a bad card. And we got PJ Washington. PJ Washington just shoots, and he shoots very well. So I'm going to put him into C tier, because if just shooting is enough for criteria to go up in the B tier, then Larry Johnson belongs up there as well. Manu Bielitsa, I'm pretty sure I had him in S tier the last time I did this. I'm going to put him in A tier, because again, range extender power forward, who is money. He is money. Nemanja Bjelica has gotten me out of so many tough situations. And to be fair, since I've stopped using Bjelica, I've started losing the occasional game. So he might be making a comeback in my squad very soon. And we got Shane Battier. Battier, okay for a budget card. And I'm only going to say okay. D tier. like he's not a good card. He's only okay for a budget card, not even okay for a card in general. Channing Frye should be way higher in B tier. Don't get me wrong, he is getting 99 3-point shot with a coach. The problem with Channing Frye is that if you guys use them, even up at Amethyst, if he does not green a shot, he will miss. He's really slow, and he will not hit a white. It's green or miss with Channing Frye, so that's why he's B tier. Karl Malone, I don't know, a bit of a liability. C tier. Doesn't shoot the ball particularly well. Is a little bit small. Kevin McHale is kind of the upper echelons of A tier. He's fantastic. I think I've said the word fantastic at least 40 times this video, but Kevin was really good, especially when he goes to the diamond. That release is money. Shoots the 3 ball well, shoots the 2 well, scores well in the post, blocks shots, isn't that slow. He's a really good card. And yep, that is the video. That is the power forward tier list. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.